Marshall Mathers the Fourth. At least on TikTok anyway. But here on YouTube, you're still the black-pilled joker. You burp-loving baby. You really thought that leaving YouTube and running away to TikTok would get rid of us? Well, as you can see, Marshall, that didn't work. I'm still making this video on you. Pebrick made one the other day. Mortal Kombat's still making videos on you. Marshall Mathers the Seventh is still making videos on you. We're all still making videos about you, so you running away to TikTok accomplished absolutely nothing. You know, this is the first video like this I've made about you since we had our debate hosted by AP Streams. Because unlike you, I've been too busy with work to actually take the time to make one of these videos. And I wanted to make one right after AP Streams put up that community post saying that he was disowning you because he lost all respect for what you did with the sequel debate he set up between you and Royal on Air that you completely ran away from after canceling on them at the last minute before that. And you ran away because you're claiming that you had bad internet and were having technical difficulties. But it turns out like you set her up to just be trolled by a bunch of people. You fucking pussy. No wonder why AP Streams disowned you. I would have disowned you too. He even said that he lost a full day's work because he took the day off to arrange that. And you go and pull a stunt like you did. This is what you do, Marshall. You have people who sympathize with you, want to be more of like a friendly figure to you, and you do these things to make them like turn their back on you, and you alienate everyone around you with your own actions, and then you just bitch and moan even more. And I've touched on this briefly in one of my previous videos, but for those of you who didn't know, I used to be one of Marshall's yes men years ago when I first found his YouTube channel, and it wasn't until he blocked me sometime later that it truly opened my eyes to how much of a petty and whiny crybaby he is. And he blocked me because I had mentioned in passing in the comment section of one of his like videos or community posts that I wasn't a virgin and that I had kissed a girl, and he said, "I'm blocking you, leave my channel and never come back." So he's one of those petty incels that if you've had even just the slightest bit more sexual experience than them, they want nothing to do with you. And he actually confirmed this in the AP Streams debate, that if he knows that someone has, you know, had oral sex, which he's so strongly against, even though he loves burps and farts, or have even kissed someone, so much as kissed someone, he would write you off completely and not ever want to socialize with you again, never want to be your friend or anything. And I tried to explain to him, you're setting this high bar for people that you're pretty much creating de facto isolation for yourself, because you are in the minority by never having kissed someone at the age of 26. So you're pretty much walling yourself off from the rest of society like that. And he's like, "Oh, I know, and I don't care, because emotionally and mentally, it's easier for me to only be around other black-pilled incel virgin men, and we're the best men anyway." And I was like, fucking get over yourself. You're gonna keep yourself this way for the rest of your life if you don't get out of this rut that you're in and realize how ridiculous that sounds, that you won't ever be friends or socialize with anyone because they've kissed someone and you haven't. See, I don't have a lot of like sexual experience either. I've never been in a relationship, but I don't hold it against people who have. And I'm going to make a video sometime soon talking about more about my background and why that is. But, you know, it's just a wrong belief to hold that you're never going to associate or be friends with people just because they have more experience with that than you. It's just a pointless belief to hold, and it keeps you isolated. And Marshall sees that, and he still doesn't want to change, and it's crazy. And like he says that he would never date a girl who has sexual experience while he has none. That's like not the case with me. I would date a girl who has sexual experience, even though I don't have much. I would date a girl who has significantly more sexual experience than me. To me, it doesn't matter. The past is the past. And you can create new experiences together. So it really doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to people like Marshall either, but for some weird reason it does. And Marshall, how much longer do you think you can keep this no job thing up? You're now halfway to 27 since your birthday is in February, and you still have no job and no ambition to get a job. Your parents probably aren't going to put up with it for that much longer. And your dad seems like the type of guy that would really get under his skin, because thanks to Mortal Kombat, and big shout out to Mortal Kombat for finding those videos and remixing them alongside you. That video was hilarious. The Just Third Way. Oh God, that was so funny. Your dad definitely seems like the type of person that would really get under his skin that you're just a useless bum laying around the house. It probably made him throw up in his mouth a little bit when you said that he suggested that you just get on welfare. He seems like the person who wants people to be independent and supporting themselves based off of his song lyrics. And he's probably so ashamed and disgusted that his own son turned out to be such a useless and whiny bum. You can't just get away with making these whiny TikTok videos forever, and you're not going to be the next viral TikTok sensation like you somehow believe that you're going to be. You know, eventually, and this eventually is actually going to be sometime soon, you're going to have to decide what you want to do with your life and actually start pursuing it. Your parents are probably going to make you, at least I hope they would. I mean, you're going to either have to get a job and start at the ground level and work your way up, or go back to school, probably through like a trade program or something, pick a trade and then get a job through that. You can't just make these TikTok videos forever. They're not paying the bills. Like I've already said before, these videos do not pay the bills. And you're never going to get famous and be in Hollywood because of your pedo videos. And I was really reluctant to tell you this, and I guess I will, but you were actually briefly featured in this incel documentary that got released about a week or two ago. I stumbled across it, and I'll post the link to it in the description of this video for anyone else who wants to see it too. But just one really short clip from one of your videos got shared about 30 seconds into the video. And I really want to know, did this woman, Marshall, reach out and want to interview you? Because this woman interviewed incels. I watched the whole documentary. It was about 45 minutes long. And she interviewed other incels. And since she featured that clip of your video, I'm wondering, did a woman by the name of Laura reach out and want to try to interview you? Or were you just too much of a coward to actually meet up with her and sit down for an interview if she did? Because that would have been your big chance. As pathetic as it is, that would have been your big chance to be a famous incel, is you get to be featured in a documentary. And that's why I was reluctant to tell you about this, because I don't want you to be all taking a victory lap thinking, oh, I'm some famous incel now because I got featured in an incel documentary. It's such a pathetic thing to be proud of and to take a victory lap over. That is not something you should be proud of. You should be ashamed of it. One good thing, I guess, is that kind of serves you right, is that your TikTok got banned. And shout out to Marshall Mathers the 7th for telling me that. Yeah, I just looked right before sitting down to film this video, and it's still gone. Your TikTok account is still gone, and the only one up is one by the name of Marshall Mathers the 4th here, and it's an account trolling you. So now you're off TikTok, apparently. And I know that you won't go on Instagram because you don't want me leaking out your posts. So you have nothing else to do but go look for work and decide what you want to do with your life, Marshall. It's as simple as that. Because I know you're not going to come back to YouTube. I mean, you might as well if you want to make videos again, because as you can see, we're not going to stop no matter what. You can go like years without making YouTube videos, and we're still going to be making our own trolling you. So it doesn't make a difference, but I personally think you should stay off YouTube, get your life together, and move on from all of this. And like I said, and like Mortal Kombat said, we would stop if we saw you getting your life together. And I told you that in the AP Streams debate, and you said, Well, I guess you're never going to stop then. So, yeah, we'll never stop. If you don't get your life together, we're never going to stop. You know, one thing that really stood out to me during our 8P streams debate, Marshall, was how you said there's absolutely nothing that can be done to make you stay at a job and not quit because you don't want a job, you don't want to work. And like, how the hell do you ever expect to pay for anything you need to buy that way? What, you just want to be a welfare queen your whole life? You're not ashamed of that at all? Just to be a welfare queen? So that's how you're going to pay for this, like, expensive food you claim to need because you have food sensitivities? I mean, you're never going to get your $10,000 gaming computer that way. And yeah, you're never going to find a girl who not will just be your girlfriend, but I guess to be your wife, because you said you don't want a girlfriend anymore. You just want a wife at this point. Yeah, none of them are going to marry some welfare queen, Marshall. They want a guy who's accomplished more in their life, not some guy who's just collecting all these free handouts from the government. You're not at all ashamed of that. That's just embarrassing and pathetic that that's all you aspire to be in your life. It's just to be a leech on the system. Like, fucking grow up, Marshall. And you know, Marshall, there was a lot more I wanted to say to you in that AP Streams debate, but you just kept running your mouth, talking over both me and Pebrick, and half the things we wanted to say to you we didn't get to because you just kept running your mouth and wouldn't shut the fuck up. So I'm going to propose that we have another debate. Let's do a sequel debate. We could do it anywhere, anytime. We could see if AP Streams will host it, but I doubt it since he's disowned you, and rightfully so. Or we could do it through your channel, or we could do it through my channel right here on YouTube. But I doubt you'll do it. You're too much of a coward, even though how ironically you claim that I'm the coward, when I highly doubt you'll agree to a round 2 of a debate between me and you. And Marshall, you just need to let go of this belief once and for all that just because some women on the internet make money through sites like OnlyFans, that you're entitled to make this easy money on the internet too. Like, it's just not going to happen for you. It's a fucking pipe dream. It didn't get any better when you went to TikTok, now did it? Your PayPal wasn't flooded with all these new donations from the different audience on TikTok. Oh no. It was the exact same shit over there now, wasn't it? Like I've said about OnlyFans specifically, it's a mutually beneficial transaction because the women getting paid are getting paid by the men to get them off. So they're making these posts on OnlyFans that you have to pay to see, that the men are paying for in order to get off. So it's mutually beneficial because she gets paid and he gets off. You're not offering anything in return. It's just like, it's not a give and take type of thing. It's a take and take type of thing where people should just feel bad enough for you to give you money. And I can already tell what you would actually be like if someone was actually stupid enough to give you money. You'd be like, oh, I still don't have enough money. I'm still just so tormented emotionally and mentally because I still don't have enough money to buy my $10,000 gaming PC or find a nice traditional valued woman to burp and fart on me so I could take her out on a date. Give me more money, please. More. That's what you would be like, Marshall. I paraphrase there, of course, but that's what you would be like. Someone gives you money, you're just going to want more and more and more. It's not going to ever pay off for you. No one's ever going to feel bad enough for you to give you money. They're going to see you're an able-bodied young man and you can go out and work and provide for yourself. So it's about time you started doing that. So just stop feeling so bitter and angry about these like OnlyFans girls and all these other type of girls who make money on the internet. You're not giving them money anyway. How does it affect you any? It doesn't have any effect on your life one way or the other. Just ignore it and get to work and provide for yourself. That'll make you feel better. You don't think it will, but it actually will. So that's about all the time I have for you today, Marshall. But don't worry, I have more videos in the pipeline that I'm working on that will be out before too long. So stay tuned for more, Marshall. This is Blazin' 420. and I'm out.